Recording. Speak.
Bring me your checks. I will find you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for having me. Most people know who I am and what I'm up to. And then I brought Andrew Foliato as well. So the two of us, I want to do my session, then he does his, mine his. We created a whole a full day office seminar that we go into offices together and teach this stuff for the offices and for the agents. Now, before we get started, I just want you to know the very first session, I'm going to be giving you a rundown of my top tools and apps that I use in the daily business of real estate. So every week I use all of these tools, at least once a week, many of them every day, and most of them are free. So I want to share with you the tools, what they are, how you can use them, and where to get them. But because I want to kind of fire hose you with a lot of names of companies that we use, I've already listed it all out and put a description and video for each one, and it's at that link, bit.ly/realestatetools. So you could just go to that on your phone right now, email it to yourself, or better yet, post it on Facebook and share it with people. That'll kind of be a way for you to bookmark it and then also share it with others. Speaking of Facebook, if you Facebook my name, Danny Wood, or Facebook Andrew Foliato's name, we're going to do a contest. So if you get any ahas or moments, you take a picture, anything you share on Facebook or Instagram, and you have to tag our name, so you'd have to tag Dan Wood or you'd have to tag Andrew. The two people that get the most engagement are both going to get a graphic design package done for you. So two people are going to win, and you're going to get basically a graphic designer to redo things for you. So if you need feature sheets, Google retargeting ads, anything done, just those two winners are just going to let us know what you want done, and we're going to get some graphic design stuff done up for you. So it's a pretty good thing to win. It's would normally cost you a couple $100 to get something like that done. So we're going to give two of those away, and just make sure to go to that link, save it, and I gave out my card. Andrew's going to give out his contact info as well. We're both going to email you our separate presentations separately. So I guess at the end of this little session, if everybody could pass their business card forward, that way we can get your email so Andrew can email it out to everybody. And I think I have most people. Yeah?
I'll put up so like one of my handouts, I'm going to do a Facebook ad checklist.
Okay, cool.
So I'll put the text number up top, and it'll basically text ad checklist a certain number, respond with your email, and we can get them all that way. You get the checklist,
Sweet.
and we'll have your.
Hi.
That's all you type.
/real estate tools. And you can just leave me your card, I'll email it to you as well. So, okay, I'll pull this up back at the end. Everybody's got that? So this is what it's going to go to, that link when you actually go to it. It's going to go to a blog that I wrote up, and it has the video of me talking about each one of them. And then if you see, I'll scroll down below, and I've got all of the companies that I talk about. I put the name of the company, what the services that they do, and my short description of how you can use it in real estate. And then the video obviously will give you more ideas. So it's kind of like pick and choose which ones stand out for you. So I'm going to run through each one, and let's just see if we can find a couple tools that you're not using that you may want to start using going forward.
I really have to pay attention, and I can't get on here, so I'll just get something first.
Sure. Okay, is anybody beside her? Are you guys on it?
I was on in the room, but I'm not on here.
And PC compatible on everything?
95%.
So 95% PC or Apple?
95% out of both. 5% would be not working on
Either.
One or the other.
one or the other. Yeah. Okay, so the very first one is this company called Stock Unlimited, and it's on that link that I gave you. It's up at the top. It's a one-time fee. So most of the things I'm going to be sharing with you are free. This one is a fee. I don't know what the fee is. For me, it was like $50. I think now it's probably going to be more around $80, but it's a one-time fee. And it gives you an account, this website, that allows you to search stock photography and download it unlimited. So you have a lifetime membership of high quality things that you can print. So if I just do a Google search, if I type in real estate and hit search,
You said a lifetime membership for $20?
I said a lifetime membership for $80 probably. So here I just did a search. It's basically like doing a Google search. Only, if you notice, if you ever go to Google and search for, it's $89. And pretty much everything is American. So it's $89 American. One time, and I just did a search, and I typed in real estate, and it had like this picture of people handing over keys. So you can just download all these images that work for you and create a library so that you have marketing material going forward. And then you'll also notice they have these vector illustrations. So here, this would be a good one if I click on that. You can't tell, but it's done up in Illustrator. So you're a graphic designer, you could email that to your designer and I say, like that's a really cool for sale sign with the bushes and trees, and you could put that at the bottom of your literature and make it look like a green space. But so you can take these apart and reuse them and recreate your own ads. So what's cool about vector illustrations is that you can break them apart and you can scale them the size of a bus and it'll still print high quality. So you've already got all this graphic design stuff done for you. You just have to search the word of what it is you're looking for. I don't always search the word real estate. Sometimes I'll search the behavior that I'm targeting. For example, so like stressed. So if I type in stressed, here's a whole bunch of people that kind of look stressed. Here you could download this one and make an ad for FizzBos. How fitting, right? So I don't always search the keyword, like we always just automatically would type in real estate or house or home, but a lot of times I'll search the descriptive word of an emotion that people are feeling for the type of ad that I'm creating. Maybe a lot of you guys do client appreciation parties, so if I do
celebration.
Invitation, here's a whole bunch of invitations already done for you, and you can just pick the one. So it's a one-time fee. You paid $80, and then you just download the one you want. And you could do, I don't know if client appreciation, a whole bunch would be down here. So you can just one-time fee. I mean, 90% of the images that you see me use in my marketing is through this website, and it's awesome. It's also, if I click on one, I'll do. Type in moving. That would be a good ad. So that would be a good ad on Facebook because it has a lot of negative space, so I could have the text over here, kind of in that section there, and you can download it. So this is a poor example because normally there's like 5 options, but there'll be like a low res quality, a high print quality, and it's all there. And you don't have to keep registering and giving your email. It's you just sign up one time, pay one time, and you got a lifetime membership. I used to use Shutterstock, and it cost me, you have to buy it in packages where it was like a 5 package deal, so I'd have to prepay for 5 images at a time. It would cost me about $50. And it would be like $10 an image, I think, was the average cost. And then as soon as I purchased the 4th image, it would auto-renew and buy another package for me. And it kept doing that and kept doing that. And I'm like, man, this is really adding up because I'm using a lot of images. And so then I got this and I haven't looked back. So because today's a very visual world, if you're going to be doing social media marketing, you need a lot of images. And like you need high quality professional stuff, and this is just unlimited. There's like, I don't know if there's 1 million images on here, but there's more than I've ever needed.
600,000. Over 600,000.
600, and they're adding daily
Yeah.
as well.
Over 600,000.
And if you've ever been to other stock photography websites,
Yeah.
not all of them are equal. A lot of them have poor quality,
Yeah.
like really crappy stuff from the 80s, like really gross. This is all current. So like if you typed in cell phone, for example, it would actually pull up a modern day cell phone. But if you go on other stock photography websites and you type in phone, I mean, they're showing you the Nokia brick. Back in
The
the day.
Motorola that Gord still has in his closet.
So if you don't want to pay for it, one other option is this one. It's called stocksnap.io. Don't worry, I'm going to give you that link that has all this written out for you. But this is a free one, so you sign up. I signed up. I never got a spam email from them. And Same thing, you can just search whatever you want. Type in family, and there's a couple images. Stocksnap.io isn't as good as this other one called Pixabay, Pixabay, Pixabay.com. And what I like about Pixabay is that not only does it have images, but it also has videos. So when you're doing, you could have, like if I don't know if it would be in here, door?
Does Stock Unlimited have videos?
No. Oh, there's no sound of this. But it gives you a whole bunch of B-reel that you could add to the beginning. So say maybe you have a condo or something, or you're showing something in the community, you could have this with your voice talking about it, and then it shows people like walking into the door. So it's just a whole bunch of video that's already done for you, and it's totally free. You can just download it on the right and use it in the way you want to use it. Just to always read, so this one says free for commercial use. Most of it is free for commercial use, and that's what you guys need it for. So it's really important that you don't just go to Google and search and use the stuff that's on Google. Google actually has a search feature where you can upload a photo and search based on the photo. So if you're using Google's images in your own advertising, guess who can see who's using their images? Google, because they have an ability to search based on the photo that you upload. Another trick is if you ever pay somebody, like a freelancer, to design a logo for you, always do a Google search on that logo and you'll see if other people are using it. They could have just downloaded it from Stock Unlimited.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So once I have all these images, I use this company, it's called Canva, canva.com. So this basically turns you into a graphic designer. Illustrator's really technical, Photoshop's pretty technical. They're hard to use and 2 hours later you're not happy with what you got. Well, with Canva you can kick around for like half hour, 45 minutes and be pretty happy with what you produce. So what's
CANVA?
canva.com. Yeah.
I can't read, thanks. That's too far away.
Oh, bit.ly/real estate tools. That'll be where everything is.
No, I'm just trying to get the name so that I can look for it.
Oh, right. So this one's Canva, C-A-N-V-A. And what's neat about Canva is it already has canvases. That's why it's called Canva. It creates canvases based on the sizes that you need. So a Twitter post, you can't read because it's really small. It says 1,024 pixels by 512.
Holy.
Who knew that's what the size is supposed to be for a Twitter post? I didn't even know. So like Twitter is different than Pinterest. And Pinterest is different than Instagram. So depending on where you're posting the image, you can just find the canvas. The one I always use, scroll down to the very bottom. On the left, it's called a Facebook ad. It's 1200 by 628. And that's the exact perfect size that I need my images for my Facebook advertising. So if I know that I want to be doing an ad, and I want to post that ad on my blog, for example, you know when you put an image on your blog, or on your website, and when you share that URL on Facebook, it pulls in the first image. Well, it's going to pull in the perfect size for Facebook because I made the ad for Facebook. I made the image for a Facebook ad, but I also use that same image on my blog or on my website. Therefore, when a person shares that, it's going to go on Facebook perfectly. Because sometimes it'll crop down into a little tiny square and it's all blown up and it looks like garbage. This one is going to be a big photo, full size, taking up the whole screen just like a newsfeed. So I always do the Facebook ad. And it creates this white canvas showing you exactly the size that you need. So you can upload, they have a bunch of images, you can search over 1 million images. Canva is free for you to use. How they make their money is they charge you per photo. I think it's like $1 per photo. But if you upload your own photos, there's no cost. So I just use the photos from Stock Unlimited and Pixabay, upload them, and then I use this tool. I've never paid a dime to Canva, and I'm not opposed to them. I think it's awesome, and other people should. I just haven't had to. So here I uploaded a bunch of photos. So here's a photo I just drag and drop. And that's the size it needs to be for Facebook. And then I can be like, well, I need a picture. drag and drop your photo. So this could be a picture of your listing, right? So you could have a template made up for your listing. So you put the photo of the property for sale, you have your photo already cropped out, get it in there. Over on the left is a whole bunch of elements. So I could say text, and it's got these cool designs already done. So I could do, oh, soda pop. Not that I like it, but I would scale it down. And if that fit my ad and style, I could put it right there. Like I could say just listed. But it's got all the text already done for you. So here's probably a better one for this. There. So I'd be like, just listed.
Can you actually do a search for, well, like what you're looking for, like just listed or just sold or anything else?
Maybe.
Download elements.
Probably not. No. So just, I don't even know how those relate. So yeah, I just created an image that we could use on our Facebook ads and on our blog. I'd obviously reword it and change a few things. But in under like a half hour of you just tinkering around, one of the other things is elements. Over on the left it says elements. And there's free photos, there's shapes. So I use the shapes, but you could even do icons. So if I do icons, you could like drag an icon over. It's already got things designed for you. It's like using PowerPoint, kind of. If you're familiar with using PowerPoint, it's like drag and drop and scale. It's the exact same thing.
And you can change the layers. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can change the layers. So say I want this behind, that's a good idea, I want this behind him. So I want to click on the picture of him, and then I'm going to hit forward. And it just put it
Wow, it's so easy.
Yeah, and then the other one that I always use is under elements, and it's the shapes. So I'll hit shapes, and then I'd be like, I want a black banner for some reason. So I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to bring it down, go right across. I want it behind him, and then I want it transparent. And then I can have text going across down there. So any shape that you want, you can just throw something up and throw some text on that little bubble if you wanted it. The other cool thing about Canva, if I go back, is they have real estate flyers. So under marketing materials, if I click on real estate flyers, I'll click on real estate flyer. And it creates an 8.5x11 piece of paper and open house. I would just change the photos and change my picture and change the description, but everything's already typed out. So there's a whole bunch of really cool ones that are done. So here's Canva's photos. This would cost you $3 because it's 3 of their photos. Yeah.
So if you upload major high-res photos for that for printing,
Yep.
is the file
Yeah.
size astronomical or it's reasonable?
So when you hit download, you can choose if you want to do PDF or print, and it's just a reasonable amount. Or if you want to put it on the internet, you would do for web.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it'll save both images for you with the click of 2 buttons. So your admin, or whoever is creating your feature sheets, just listed, just sold, that sort of thing, you can even save these things as templates. That way you have your branding all done, and then all they have to do in the future is just load up the new photos, description, address, and whatever, and hit save. But I love how all the, like, child-friendly, look at all these ones. Home for sale. Like, you can just pick and choose. They're already, man, there's usually, oh, Into the Woods. I like that one. It's got my name right in it.
Sorry, and then all these templates are free?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
The photos on
The
it.
photos aren't. So you would just delete the photo and put your own photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the template itself is free.
The whole product is free. And they just released it this week, I think it was this week, that it works on your iPhone. So now you can do all this directly on any phone, your Android or iPhone. So it's an app, you just go to the Apple Store. On the link that I gave you at the beginning, I give you a link to it, and you can just download it right on your phone. And what's cool is that once you have your own templates, those templates are then on your app. So you could be, while you're at an open house and you're bored, you could start making your future marketing for next week just right on the spot while you got time. Right from, it's just drag and drop with your fingers, pinch, squeeze, save, totally free.
Love it.
Have you sent that feature sheet to a print shop and they were happy with the quality?
Yeah, it's high, it's perfect printing. Yeah, for sure. You can do your just listed, just sold postcard, like mail routes, that sort of thing. You can design that here. One of the other apps that work in your pocket is Typorama, but this is the one that only works for iPhone. So if you have something else, this one doesn't work. But Typorama, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but you can pick, do you want a square image for Instagram, do you want a Facebook post, so you can pick what type of post that you're doing, and then you just load the photo of whatever it is, and they've got all this cool text already done, so you'll be like, oh, that's kind of fitting, you'll click that, then you'll change your text, and you keep hitting that, and it redesigns the text for you, like a designer would, making the words bigger, smaller, and it's just that you're not even a designer, you're just like rolling the dice. And it's going to save you a lot more time than you try to be somebody that you're not.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Will that work on iPad?
Probably, oh yeah, it's got a picture on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I didn't know that, but yeah. But if you don't have an iPhone, then Canva is pretty much the same thing. So Typorama is a $5 one-time fee, I believe, and Canva is free. So there's Canva. You can download it from either of the stores.
Are you gonna have to, you can adjust the brightness and whatever, and use some photos to make it sharp and perfect?
So he's asking if I'm going to talk about an app that will adjust the photos. So it depends on how you work. If you're on a computer, what's your question? On a computer or on a phone?
Computer.
A free version is pick.
Sort of off topic.
I don't know.
Pixlr, Pixlr. So that's not going to be on my list. But anyways, this is a free version of Photoshop, 100% free. And Photoshop allows you to do all the photo editing of brightness and stuff, so you can do the same thing here. And it's totally free. And I think they have an app for your phone.
Awesome. And easy to use to make photos.
No, it's like Photoshop, so it's as easy as Photoshop.
So not.
So,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, so maybe if you want something easy, I would just put the photos on your phone and use an app.
Such as?
Well, right in your phone is an editor. I don't know, what are you using? iPhone, oh, so you can edit every photo, the color, brightness, and sharpness, without opening another third-party app. So go to your photos, at the bottom it has edit.
Alright. Fair enough.
So, this is a free source for music. So when you guys are uploading videos to YouTube, have you ever had a video get posted and you use a really
Yes.
fun video and then it gets shut down?
Yes.
Okay, so this link is a really long, awkward link. So just remember that original one I gave you at the beginning, and it is going to give you this, and look at all the current popular, like Justin Bieber, I'm sorry, all the new hit lists. You can use these in your videos right now. So I would use the clean version without anything. So keep it as neutral as possible, but you can actually search popular culture and use that in your video, and you could even use it in your video and get paid in the video that it's in. So it's a revenue sharing thing. So I get paid, not a lot, but I get paid from it. And oh, here's a good one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So no, don't use that one. So you can search. You can search the type of music that you want or the artist that you want, and then you'll be fine to use this in
So
your.
where did you go to find that?
He says it's a little bit long.
You're in YouTube, I get
But
that.
it's in the Bitly thing, right?
On the Bitly thing,
Yeah.
when you scroll down, it's going to say YouTube Audio Library, but if you just Google search YouTube Audio Library, it's not going to take you there.
Oh.
I've only found one way to get there, and I've never found it since, so I saved the link.
But the link is on the Bitly thing that you sent us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on there.
Perfect.
Because the other one,
Yeah, I made a video that can only play in the US and can't play in Canada.
right, yeah, oh, so if I go back to the YouTube, it even tells you, viewable everywhere except Germany, so unless you're targeting in Germany. Monetization, this one, I can make money off of Rihanna. Playback worldwide, blah, blah, blah. It shows you and then you can buy it.
So you have to buy it to use it, but then you can share it and make money.
Right,
I
I
don't
don't know they know if you bought it or not, if you already had it. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you're going to use the song, it's worth $1.50 or whatever it may be. So if you actually did Google search YouTube Audio Library, what you would end up finding is is this. So this is YouTube's free audio selection, and it is complete garbage. Like if I,
Oh, yeah.
so it's like the standard crappy stuff that you would download. So that's what a lot of people think you can use for your YouTube videos, which is true. You can use these, but you can also use that other link that has popular songs that are on the radio today. You can also download sound effects.
Is the quality any different between the two?
No?
No, the quality is the same. It's just the selection's different.
Do you mean quality by taste in music or
No,
quality?
no, the quality is the sound.
The sound is perfect on both.
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah, the sound is perfect on both. The other free source of music is this, Free Music Archive. And I'm going to give you the link. This link right here has their most popular songs ever downloaded that you can use commercially. So this will work on both YouTube and Facebook. Because if you use that YouTube audio library, that doesn't mean you can use that video on Facebook. Facebook's still going to throw you out.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because Facebook and YouTube don't get along at all. And they have their own licenses and terms. So if you want to get on both platforms, a lot of the music that I use is this one. It's Free Music Archive. And they have the different genres. So I could say like electronic or hip hop or whatever you want. So this is one song that I use a lot. I cut this part out. So this is where my video would start, and then I would be talking about like, hey, welcome to 123 Street, come through the door, and then the beat hits once like the door opens, type of thing. But I have it a lot lower, so it's a real subtle tone, so it's just in the background, creating background noise. And say you like that song, over on the right, you can hit the download button. And as long as you give the artist credit, this one's hilarious because this artist's name is Broke for Free because he gives away all his music. But he's really not broke. So, like, he's the #1 artist that GoPro users use because he makes the best music that is non-lyrical. So it's just like an audio background and it goes really good. Yeah.
So Dan, sorry, so this is compatible with Facebook and YouTube?
Yep.
Is it
Everywhere.
just doesn't have as many options as YouTube or?
Well, the YouTube is current hits.
Oh, current hits, okay.
Yeah.
This is more generic.
This is more generic, but I mean, they're all, I've probably downloaded like 50. So I say grab a case of beer, spend a couple hours, and you're going to find 90% of it does not work.
Yeah.
I like the way you think.
He's doing it.
You can do it.
They got a lot of songs on here, so you got a lot of music to go through. So you'll be done your beer before you finish listening to all of it.
And how do you give them credit?
What?
How do you give them credit?
So he says, how do you give them credit? So right in the description, usually, is where the artist put it. So in the Facebook description or in the YouTube description, at the very bottom, you would just say artist name, artist song, and the rights that you have. So if I click on this song, for example, Broke for Free, oh, I want to do Night Owl. He's awesome. I've used so much of this guy's stuff. So, so it has all the licensing under here, used under Creative Commons, meaning you can use that in your, he's giving it the rights away for us to use. And it was just a free download. I literally just hit the download button. I didn't have to give my email. I've never given these guys my email. I just download the songs. And I'm totally willing to support this guy because I've used so much of his stuff. I'll buy his stuff when it's on iTunes. I just haven't seen it. So you can search the name of the people, but you're not going to know the name of any of these underground, not popular artists. So what I would do is just use the link that I gave you, because it already gave you the most popular ones ever in the history of this company, or you can just hit the type of music that you want. So classical might be a good fit. I always like ambient electronic, because it's kind of upbeat, positive, and it's got like a little bit of a groove to it. And yeah, you just go down the list, hit play, and hit download, and you're off to the races. Speaking of video, a lot of the video that I do is animated now. So it's not necessarily about me being on film. It's more about my message and what I have to say. So I create, like you've seen the popularity of those whiteboard videos, those whiteboard explainer videos. Have you ever looked into the cost of creating a good one? I don't mean those real crap looking ones, you know the crap ones I'm talking about. But like a good one,
They're expensive.
they're like $3,000.
Yeah.
They are so expensive. So I use Powtoon. To me, it's worth the monthly fee. I think I pay, I think I pay $150 a year. I don't know what the price is now, but whatever it is monthly, pricing. Okay, so it's $89 a month and I pay $150 a year, that's crazy. Anyways, you don't need it monthly. Just pay it for 1 month, make as many videos as you can, cancel it, don't close your account, but just cancel the subscription and go downgrade to the free version, and then like 6 months later, do another month, and then make another batch of videos. So you could roll that way too, that's perfectly fine, yeah?
I got it on AppSumo, and I think I paid it like, I don't know, $50.
Oh.
A lifetime version of it. So that's how I'm using it.
What?
So if you watch on AppSumo all the time,
Yeah.
and yeah, just watch those ones that are always popping out deals or stuff like this.
So AppSumo, A-P-S-U-M-O, I think. AppSumo, if you just give them your email, and every week they'll email you a crazy deal. And I mean crazy deals. They're like, that's a crazy deal.
And you can ask us, like throw it on Facebook or ask us in here, who's used this, is it worth it? Like I have bought a lot of them, and some of them were worth it, some of them are absolute, like Powtoon, unbelievable.
Yeah, so Powtoon's awesome. So Powtoon really is like drag and drop editing.
Yeah.
Here, I'll log in and do a quick little, so if I log in. I'll hit create.
I actually, while you set this up, I actually did one of these and put it on our Facebook page so you guys could all have a check of
There's 2
it.
P's.
You probably didn't recognize me because I was skinny in the video.
Yeah, I saw
No,
that.
it was really cute and little. I don't know if anybody actually watched it.
So here's a whole bunch of templates that I already done for you. So I can just hit edit on this one, and it's already basically done. And it's very similar to PowerPoint as well. A lot of stuff is kind of like the PowerPoint thing. So it's going to create the canvas in the middle of the screen. And then off to the side is going to be all the elements that you can drag and drop. So you know in PowerPoint, when you drop like the text, and then you say on next click, I want the next screen, it's the exact same thing. So here's all the screens over on the left. And then say I need a picture, images. Objects. So say I need like a person, man. I just search man, and look, it's got all these illustrations of little men from all over the world. There's some that are static and they're not moving at all. There's others that are animated. So say I was telling people to register for our training. I could just drag this little guy over. And look at him, he's like filling in the keyboard. And so his animation would pop up when I said, be sure to register, and then he pops up and he's like registering. And then the next screen would be what they're going to get after they register for your free house evaluation type of thing. So once you have that, you can export the video. And here's an example of a video. So here I used Powtoon to create this, and I used that free music archive for the music in the background. Welcome to the 90-Day Bomb Bomb Challenge with Dan Wood. I'm Danny, your virtual coach, and the plan is simple. We're going to take your database, divide it by 12, and contact each group for the next 12 weeks. By doing this, you'll build and clean your database. Create a referral system that's everlasting for the rest of your career, simply by using our scripts, the monthly plans, and free coaching along the way. To start, you'll want to download the referral gameplay. So see how it's got my hands moving in, just going to what I'm saying? And did you hear how the music was there? So between breaths and between long pauses, you could hear like the kind of like whistling, like, I can't whistle, so that's why I get them to do it. So they're whistling for me. And it just makes like a really nice polished video that it'll take you time when you learn any new tool. Like that video probably took me like 6 hours to do, but that's because I had to create the story in my head. I had to get all the images together. I had to like put it all together from beginning to end. It took me about 6 hours. But once you've done it a couple times, like a shorter 30-second video, because this is like 2 minutes roughly, but a shorter 30-second video where it's just like pictures of the house and stuff, it's going to be a lot easier for you. And you can just have your hand come up and like point things out in the property. I think that's so cool. You'd be like, hey, look at the granite counter, and then your hand comes in and pokes at the counter, and then like disappears. So I use Powtoon for that. That Powtoon video was a promo for a program that I have using BombBomb. It's a 90-day challenge that shows agents how to work their database. Who has not heard of BombBomb? A few hands. So all the rest of you guys know what BombBomb is? Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. BombBomb it works on your phone, and it allows you to create a video and send it effortlessly. So if you've ever created a video on your phone and tried to share it with somebody, how did you do it? It was like impossible, because you couldn't, the video was too big to upload as an attachment. You had to save it as a Dropbox folder. The quality was diminished. It was just like an all-around bad experience. With BombBomb, you can make a video directly from your phone and send it to somebody, and they get the video right in their email. They get a thing that looks like a play of the video, and they can do it. You don't have to save the video, upload it as an attachment, and send it off. You literally hit record, stop, type in the email, send. That's how easy it is. So you want to think of using it for lead follow-up, especially. So if you get like a buyer lead, they fill in the form, like Joey Byers. And it seems like a good lead, because when you call Joey Byers, he doesn't answer the phone, but his voicemail says, hey, it's Joey here, you missed me, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's a good one to follow up with. I'm going to make a video and send it to Joey. So I'm going to say, hey Joey, it's Dan here, I just gave you a call, I'm at ABC Realty, you filled in a form looking at bungalows for sale. Unfortunately, I didn't connect with you, so just reply back to this video with what you're looking for, as far as price, location, that sort of thing. My phone number's below, you can just click to call or text, and I'll follow up. Boom. Send off like, I use it as visual voicemail, because the clients hate voicemail. Like, we hate voicemail, at least the younger generation does. Your clients don't even use voicemail because it's not their business. So for them to have to log in, enter their password to listen to the voicemail, run around looking for a phone, like a pen and paper to write down your phone number, good chance on them actually calling you back. But because I send them a visual voicemail, the phone number is typed out in the email. They can just click. Most of them aren't even going to do that. They're just going to reply back passively, but at least I got a reply. Whereas other way, I left a voicemail and I didn't get anything. So I use BombBomb for that. Another tool is this one called a Boomerang for Gmail. It only works for Gmail. So if you're using Outlook, Hotmail, any of the other stuff, it's not going to work. If you're not using Gmail, I highly encourage you to do so. It's you do the Gmail for Business. It's $5 a month. What that gets you, the biggest thing it gets me is a live Google person. So if I ever have an issue with anything to do with Google, I call them, because now I'm a paying customer, and they answer the phone. They've spent like 5 hours on the phone with me one time that had nothing to do with Gmail. But I had a real Gmail person answer the phone, and I just said, the wrong department, can you pass me over here? And now I was in the system. So one of the big reasons why I use Gmail, if I send you guys an email, it's going to look like coaching@danwood.ca. It's not, it's a Gmail. The reason why I use Gmail is because it integrates with so many other programs. Like, this is a program that it integrates with. Gmail also integrates with BombBomb. Gmail also integrates with a scheduling app that I have, and people book times to do one-on-one coaching with me, and they don't even have to talk to me. They just pick whatever time works with them, and I just get a notification that I got a new client booked for next week at 10 o'clock. It's awesome. If I didn't use Gmail, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I'd have to use some other product or service and pay for it. So I'll show you exactly what Boomerang is and why you want it. So say that Joey Byers lead that we just got. Like, when you guys get leads, you get leads from all sources. You'll get a lead from MLS, you'll get a lead from your franchise, you'll get a lead from Craigslist and Kijiji. They come from 3 different sources. They're not in your database. You have to copy and paste and put it into your database, assuming, for most of you.
Yeah.
So say Joey Byers, this LinkedIn, I'm going to pretend this is Joey Byers. So he comes up, I get it, it's from the MLS, and then it has all of his contact info down here below. So I'm going to click on his email, send him off an email, and then what I want to do is, because this is in my inbox, I don't want to lose track of this guy, so what I'm going to do is I want to hit this button that says boomerang. If you can see my mouse moving back and forth there. So I'm going to hit boomerang, and then I want to say boomerang this in 2 days. And it just took it out of my inbox. It's gone. But 4 days from now, it's going to reappear at the top of my inbox, and it's like a gentle reminder, oh, I got to call that buyer lead again. So I'll just keep boomeranging it until I actually connect with the guy, and then put it into my database. That way I don't clog up my database with a bunch of useless information. Not that it's useless, but it's one way of following up with people and not dropping them in the crack. Another example of using that boomerang tool is if I hit compose, down at the bottom, you all have a send button, but I have a send later button. That's boomerang. So I can boomerang this and say, I can type the email and hit send it now, but I don't want it to actually get scheduled until, like, say it's next week on the 27th, and hit confirm. Then it will schedule that out. So why would you ever want to schedule emails out? Okay, so here's a good example. And now I'm going to use BombBomb and Boomerang to put the two together. So like, I don't just use one tool for one thing, I integrate everything when I can. So I'm going to hit send video.
Yeah, I hear that because you feel like awkward sending out an email like 5:30 or 6 in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
why is this person up so early?
So this takes the place of autorespond, basically.
Totally, yeah. Okay, so let me pick the right camera. Okay, so I'll do 2 videos. So this is going to be the buyer one. Hey Joey Buyers, it's Danny Wood at ABC Realty. You had just filled in a form regarding bungalows for sale in the local area. And I'm just following up with you. Let me know exactly what you're looking for. So reply back to this email and just tell me the price that you're looking, anything under what price. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, things that you need, things that you don't need. As a buyer agent, you don't pay our fees. I can't wait to get you out in the car and answer your questions. When you do have questions, just click the phone number below. I typed it out for you, so you can just click that. That's my cell number. You can actually text me as well if you'd rather that. And I'm going to follow up with you, and I'll talk to you later. So stop the video. If you don't like your thumbnail, that's like awkward photo maybe, you can change the thumbnail, right? And I could hit save. And now what it does is it takes the video and it puts it right into my email without me having to save it somewhere on my computer. What folder did I put it in? Upload it as an attachment. It's not an attachment because the video isn't in the email. This is getting put into the cloud on BombBomb. And when they click on this, it's going to open up on a browser and just play the video. So it's not even an attached video.
Can you do it from your iPhone?
You can, so yes, you can definitely do it from your iPhone. It has a BombBomb app right on any phone, not just iPhone. Yeah.
Just want to interject. Do you guys remember Code Video?
Yeah.
Yes.
We were ahead of the curve. Those of us who use Code Video, and it was a lower cost and it does pretty well that BombBomb does without some of the sexiness, but still works just as effectively.
So can you boomerang?
You can't boomerang with your iPhone, no.
Okay, yeah.
I use that only for this. So then I would send that video, and let's say I did that video at 5 in the morning. I would just hit send later, and I would say, oh, tomorrow morning's an option. I'll just hit tomorrow morning. I have to type their email, and then hit tomorrow morning. So I just made the video now while I'm all dressed up, even though the people maybe filled in the form at 7 o'clock and I was like playing soccer or something. I can just send the video later. You can have videos already done for you too. So if I hit cancel and I hit send video, I hit the record button, but look, select video already has, you could have a whole bunch of videos already stored like templates. Like a auto reply for buyers, auto reply for sellers, auto reply for your investing seminar, so here's all of these videos here. And I would just select it. So I'm gonna, can I cancel?
Can you rename those videos?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because you would upload it and name it, you would name it when you upload it.
You have to do this from a computer, you can't do it from a mobile platform.
No, you can do it from the app.
It's the
Oh,
boomerang.
yeah,
Yeah, totally. It's the Boomerang that wouldn't work on the app.
Oh, it's the boomerang.
Yeah. So here's another example of doing both at the same time. So say you have, okay, this is going to be real high level, but it's really going to get you repeat and referral business. So this is what you guys want? Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to hit send video. Now I'm going to pretend that this is a buyer and they've made a purchase and they're moving in a couple of weeks. So everything's done deal. I'm at my office, and because it's a done deal, I just did the trade record, I'm doing all the paperwork. I'm going to email them all the files, because you guys do that as well. And then I'm going to send like a little congratulations video, because I'm here and I got to get it done. So I'm going to hit close. Hey Amy, it's Danny here. We are so excited that you're moving in tomorrow, and I know it's going to be a big day. So with that, I know you're going to be moving in and things are going to get lost in the shuffle, and I don't want you to forget, you have to test everything. So check the furnace, check the air conditioner, check the appliances. Even if you have no dishes, try the dishwasher to find out if there's any issues. I also scheduled pizza to be delivered at 1 o'clock. So while you're eating your pizza with your friends and family, if you could just share with them the experience and let them know how we were as your realtor, that'd be awesome, because I need more people just like you. And finally, if there are no issues, then run through and make a little recording showing everybody the new property. Email it to me or just put it online and share it with the world, because we love to see what you're up to. Okay, I'm going to follow up, but I'll talk to you later. So stop that video. I'm just going to put that in. Now, I said congratulations on moving in tomorrow, but I'm not making the video the day before. I'm going to hit send later, and I'm going to schedule it. They're moving in, I said next week on Thursday, so I want to have it go on the 27th. So I just did the video while I was at the office, and then the day before they move in, it's going to schedule, and if they think I sent them and made them the video that day. Then, because, so that's done, I send that out the door.
Actually, best thing would be make it the day you sell them that property, because that's when you're all elated.
It depends what your message is. Mine was to remind them about the appliances and everything. So whatever your message is, timing is critical. So another one is I'm not going to hit a video this time. I'm going to just use Boomerang. I'm going to email them the attachments to their, here I'll do, let's pretend this is their paperwork for the transaction we just closed. Because you guys emailed them everything, right? So I want to email everything. I want to say, actually I'm not going to type that, I'm just going to do fake text. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit, so I'm sending them, the message would read like this. It's going to say, hey, this is just a gentle reminder that your mortgage renewal, your home anniversary is coming up next month. So if you need any of the paperwork for insurance, mortgage, or any other reason, I reattached it. The house values change every year, so if you're ever curious about that, just let me know. But as always, we're always here for you. So that would be a sample message with all their paperwork attached. Then what we're going to do is we're going to hit send later. And I'm going to schedule a reoccurring message. I did upgrade. Anyways, so I hit reoccurring message, and it is going to go to them the month before their home anniversary for the next 4 years. So I can say reoccur this message for the next 4 years, 1 month before their anniversary. I didn't have to log into a database. I didn't have to launch some fancy plan. I was already emailing them the paperwork anyways. So what you do is email them the paperwork, set a scheduled thing, and it's going to send the same message every year. They're not going to remember the exact same thing, but they are going to need that paperwork for insurance. Like I almost missed my mortgage renewal because they sent it to the rental property and not to my house.
Can you do the same thing with like electronic signatures?
Yeah?
Like, yeah, rather, because of that email, like, some of those files are too big. Like you can just send them up on the web and just resend them a copy of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So picture you guys, like, all the homes that you sold 5 years ago, if they got an email like that a month before their anniversary,
Yeah.
every year since they're
Yeah.
made the purchase, how many more referrals are you going to get or
For sure.
repeat business? For nothing.
So once you sign up or install these apps, do they automatically integrate into Gmail?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, everything's a process. So with Boomerang for Gmail, you would go to boomerangforgmail.com, and then you would click this red button that says add to your Gmail. As soon as you click that, the next time you go into Gmail, it's going to say, are you giving Boomerang permission to all your contacts and email? And then I say yes, and then that was it.
And for BombBomb, same sort of deal?
Yeah, so for BombBomb, you would have to, that would be a little harder because you have to give them a credit card. And so there's a little more paperwork. Then within BombBomb itself, so when I'm in BombBomb, I'll hit login. And it'll be your drop-down name, integrations. And there's the Gmail. So I would just click on that, connect to Gmail, and then when I log into my Gmail, they would say, are you giving them permission? And I'd say, yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, so, but real simple. Boomerang is free, which is awesome. If you want to use the scheduled part, the reoccurring, it's $4 or $5 a month. The best $5 a month of any tip that I could give you. This one is guaranteed. That one trick alone is going to give you more business, and it's $5. $5 a month. Yeah?
How does that differ from Google Calendar and reoccurring events and stuff like that?
Well, because it's not an event, it's an email. So it's a reoccurring email to the people.
Okay.
So a calendar would be a reoccurring, it's basically the same thing, but different function. Yeah. So I outsource a lot of my work. I've been using virtual assistants since like 2007-ish, 2008. And where I source all of my assistants is through Upwork. So UPWORK. So one of the greater examples was last year. I do a lot of travel and I get a lot of cool content that I record. Well, I was getting a backlog of these videos, and so what I did was I went on Upwork, and you can see I have. So this is a general admin girl that I have. This is a girl in Australia who does like proofreadings. I'm terrible at that. This guy does all my videos. This guy does, the only thing I hire this guy for is doing Google AdWords. Not the actual technical part, but the visual, creating the images for me. So I have somebody broken down for each of the things, and I'll just fire them off work piecemeal when I get it. So I don't hire them full time, it's just on an as-is needed basis. And so how I found this guy for editing my videos was I put an ad, and it was free on Upwork, and I said, I need you to edit my videos, and I'm not going to give you any description or instructions. You're just going to get the raw file, and I want to see who can create the best story. And I hired 3 of them, knowing I only needed 1 video. But I hired 3 different people, and they all provided me back with like a 2 to 4 minute video each. And then one of the guys blew me out of the water. I'm like, oh my God, $20 and you provided that service for me, whereas it would have taken me 8 hours to do the type of editing he did. So Upwork is where I source people. Here, I'll show you a video that he did. Haha, nice. Dave's cheating because he's going to get a lot of engagement on that photo. Hold on, it's still loading. Oh no, it's gross. Yeah, I'm going to close that. Close. Okay, so I'll come back to the video to show you the cool video that he did. But the gist of the story is whenever I get a video, I'll send the raw files to that guy. So you could have one of the somebody set up your feature sheets as a template. And then when you get a new listing in the future, you just email them the photos and the description, and then they'll reply back with all your marketing done. Just listed, just sold, open house version of everything. Like Facebook ad, Instagram ad, just listed, just sold, open house. Facebook, just listed, just sold, open house. So you've got everything done for you, and it's just in a folder, and you can pick and choose as your marketing career goes on for that one listing. It costs you $20. Or it would take you like an hour and a half of your time to come back in and re-edit, like 3 weeks later, they're just sold, or like the open house. Like, you don't have to be reactionary. You already know these things are coming up. Just fire it off to somebody who can do that for you. And Upwork is where I get that done. The Wild West is Fiverr. Wild West. This is like I'm lucky to get my file back, but it's $5. So sometimes it's worth the gamble. So for this example, it would be like if I needed a photo cropped. Because that's pretty hard to do properly. So I just do photo crop. I will do Photoshop editing where all these people are just doing it for $5. So I would just send them my picture with the background, and then they'll crop it out and send it back to me, $5.
Nice.
Yeah. So I use it for projects that aren't time sensitive, because like, you never really guarantee when you're going to get it back, and where quality is like I'm okay to like spend $15 on 3 different people because the first 2 kind of like messed over, right? So Fiverr is kind of scary. You don't know who you're working with. You don't know who you're working with on Upwork either, but it's a totally different quality level. Like Upwork is more of an ongoing, repeated relationship with the people, and Fiverr is like a one-off $5 thing. You can use it for voiceovers as well, so you can have somebody do a voiceover, really cool voiceovers, like get an Australian to do a voiceover for your condo. It's really cool, yeah?
If you're on Fiverr and find somebody really good, can you continue
Yep.
with them?
Yep.
Okay, so really it's just sampling out and saying, okay, now I've got a good one and I'll just pay them $5 every time I need that photo edited. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
So it's not that random.
No.
Okay, it's just initially random, okay.
Another example of how I used, not Fiverr, but Upwork, was when I go to conferences, I get tons of business cards. So I would take all the business cards, bring them back, line them out on a table and take a photo of the collection, not all of it, but like maybe 25, 25, 25, send them over, and then they'll send me back an Excel sheet. So like, there's no sense collecting cards if you're not going to do something with it. It costs you like $15. Or hours of your time. So another program that we use a lot is Google Forms. So Google Forms allows you to create free landing pages, but they're not ideal. Like your website is probably the best place to send people to, or there's companies out there, Andrew's going to go into detail on lead pages, which is amazing, and that's a paid service. If you need something free and like say you have an exclusive listing and you just want to get that out and do some Facebook and Instagram ads, you could just go to Google Forms. Oh, I think I showed you guys this on the last time I came through. Okay, so yeah, last time I was with you guys, I created a Google form in under 10 minutes, and I think it was probably this one.
Yep,
That
it
was
was.
the one. That's listing.
There you go.
Just closed,
So this image here, I would have used in Canva. I would have opened that up on Canva, dropped my photo, dropped the picture, put the website or the address there, put the YouTube link, all the information, and it's a free thing that you can drive people to that's mobile friendly, and it will capture all of the responses and put it into an Excel sheet for you, and it's free.
probably search well on Google too.
I'm going to skip this one because I talked about it. And probably search well on Google as well, yes. It's good. Zapier is real technical, but it's a blessing in disguise. It connects your databases. So, example, I could say every single email that I get, copy the email and paste it into my MailChimp mailing list. Now that's not right because they didn't opt in for your email. I'm just kind of connecting the dots like you could do that. So it basically takes information out of one system and puts it into the other. So when I get somebody who signs up on my Infusionsoft form, like say they sign up as like a new lead, it will put them on the MailChimp list, and then it will put them into another program. So I can have it do like 5 different things instead of me doing copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. The trick to it though is that both of the programs have to be on their list. So you have to be using like MailChimp, or you have to be using Evernote, or you have to be using Gmail or Trello, but they've got hundreds, and they're adding daily.
And so you're importing, so let's just say it came in on email and in your Gmail.
Yeah.
You've got all these other apps set up that where it's going to drop into the data form?
Yeah, so this one right here is called Email by Zapier. So you would get a unique email. It would be like your name at Zapier.com or whatever. And then that's the email that you would put on like the MLS. That's the email that you put on Craigslist, Kijiji, and everything else. That way, when somebody fills in a form, it is going to email that email, and that email is going to read the email, scrape it, and then put it into your database.
Wow.
So it will do the copy and pasting for you, and then alert you and stuff. Yeah.
You know, it's one of the things I use most. I love it. And so every lead that I have come in through Realtor.ca or Remax.ca automatically goes in the follow-up box, which automatically goes into my MailChimp, which automatically goes into my BombBomb account. So I'm not re-entering every time, like you said. And it works backwards too. If I delete them out of one, it will zap back. But Zapier is the single reason that I'm giving up my BRO database. Don't anybody kill me. Because it doesn't work with BRO. And so I no longer have the time to enter it in my database and enter it in all these other places. So I actually phoned BRO because their platform is from the 80s. It is so antiquated, it's not even funny. And I talked to the tech people and I said, are you going to change your platform that we can get an API code to make this work? And he said, no, there's absolutely nothing in their development in that. And I said, you gotta talk to Joe about this. And he's like, they're losing a lot of subscribers now because of the platform. So I'm actually going to a different CRM because of Zapier. That's how good this is.
What are you going to?
Realty Juggler, $99 a year. I have 2 team members. So
Realty Juggler works with Zapier?
Yes.
Cool.
Realty Juggler. All you need is an API code. If it's not on their list, all you need is the API code. And Realty Juggler looks primitive, but it's not. It's a powerhouse. And will replace Follow Up Boss that I pay $149 a month US for. Will replace by referral only that I pay right now. It's 134 Canadian a month when you do the conversion. Like I'm spending hundreds of dollars a month. A full year of Realty Juggler. Zapier I use for free because I keep it under a certain number of steps every month. I'll be paying what I pay now in a month in a whole year. And everything automated.
Can you filter the emails as they come in, or does it just take all your emails out of Gmail?
I don't use it for my emails, so I don't know.
Well, you can create different rules, but for this example where I had the Zapier email thing, it would be every email that goes to that email, so you would only use that email in the back end of your lead generation. Yeah.
So when you set it up to start, can you import your current contact list from Gmail?
Yeah, but where would you be importing it to?
Well, to any other places that you want it to filter out to.
Oh, yeah, any database has an import-export feature. If they don't, then I wouldn't even look at them as an option.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. But this isn't for the mass things. This is more for, as it happens, reactionary stuff. So as you get a lead, do this. As somebody books an appointment, as there's an appointment booked on my phone, add them to the Excel sheet. Like you can create all these different rules. You just have to basically search the tool. I'll just do Google. Oh. So here I'll say Google Forms, for example. And then you scroll down, and they got a whole bunch that are already done for you. So this one is create a Trello card when a Google form is entered. So it's like, I have this piece of technology and I have this piece of technology. I want this to happen when something starts here. And you just create the story, and once that is created, it really is fill in the blanks. Like you can't move on to the next step unless you fill in the blanks. So it's pretty simple to set up. And it's free, but only for a certain number of zaps per month. I think if you go to the link I gave you at the beginning, I got you a link that gives you 100 zaps a month. So it will do 100 processes for free, and then after that you would pay, I think it might be $20 a month.
So it's like IFTTT for email rather than for social media.
Right, so IFT, if this then that, is similar to Zapier. They actually do a lot of the same thing. I just like Zapier better because it's connected with more, is why I do it. Trello is project management. So it's kind of like my cloud storage. Like you guys all use Dropbox, and so here's the issue that I find with Dropbox and Google Drive and stuff is like it's just a whole bunch of folders that look the same, and you don't know where you put certain things. It's just like it's a big mess, in my opinion. So Trello is totally free, and I've been using it for years. So if I go to my Trello board here, so you create a list. So this is my list. This is my Dan list. This is my virtual assistant list. And this is things that are in between that aren't done yet that we need something. So as an example, here's a website that was finished. So I put it on her board. When she opens that up, I had all the instructions written out for that task, a checklist of all the things that needed to get done, and we can see things that are missing. So you can have like a just listed, just sold checklist and assign to the different people. It also has, if I move up here, attachments. So I could put all the photos of the property, the video of the property, all the paperwork of the property. And it's all on this one card. So it's not all over the place in different sources, and all of the team members can have access to it. And so for this example, she would put it on design finished but needs something, because maybe we need more information from the client. Once I have that, I put it back onto her board. When she's done, she moves it over to me, and it's my job to review it and close it, because I don't want to archive it if there's still holes missing. So I'll go through this. So I'll open that up and say everything looks good, we're good to close the file. I'll just hit archive, and it is going to disappear from the list, but it's not disappeared because I can search it up there. So you can type in the property address or the client name, and it's going to pull everything up. Plus, scrolling down, your team can talk. So there's comments. So if you guys had to talk and collaborate. So I really, really use this tool with collaborating, more so on my projects. So if I have a project coming up, like there's a project right now that my virtual assistant she's going to Facebook, and she's going to next month's birthdays, and there's like 170 birthdays next month on Facebook. So she's creating an Excel sheet, first name, last name, their birthday, because Facebook shows their birthday because they allowed that, and then any other information, and then she's to Google search their name, plus the word real estate to find their website, to get their cell phone, email, and address. Then I want to have all that, then I want to call the people, and now it makes my job easier because she created my prospecting list. Because it's a form of prospect. I want to send everybody a birthday card, I want to call them and text them the day of their birthday. It's like a new campaign I have going forward. And I would just assign this on Trello to her. And then when she's done, it is going to be saved, put onto my board with the Excel sheet, and I just download it. It works on your phone, so it's a mobile app. So if I have ideas, so over here, this board right here called Future, I just have a future list of random ideas that came to my head. I have an Office Bomb challenge, that one's done. AdWords for Sue, I don't even know what that is. So as I'm thinking, I'll just write stuff, and when she's looking for something to do, I'll just scan a list and be like, oh yeah, we'll do that, and bring it over. So it's kind of like my to-do list, but not really important. I'll get it to in the future at some point. And Trello is free, by the way.
My daughter said this was the greatest thing she had getting through law school. She ran her whole law school through Trello for free. Every project, every exam, any meetings that she had to go to, court where they went in, everything she ran completely on Trello.
Yep, totally. It's awesome. Now, if you are working with third-party people and you have to give them access to things, that means you have to give them your username and password. And that really scared the crap out of me. So I use this, it's called LastPass. And it's $20, $25 a year per person. So you would be a person and your admin would be a person. So it's like $50 a year roughly. What's cool about LastPass is you create one username and password for that admin, and then you can share. So if I log in, one other thing, the main reason most people use it is because it'll automatically log into your websites because you can't remember your username and password. So it creates a vault saving all your usernames and passwords. That's not the reason I have it. The reason I have it is because when I log in, so here's all the different websites that I have, and I have admin console. And admin, had to use it once, so hold on. It creates a dashboard, so I could have a whole team of like the different people and then assign this person gets access to all of these websites. This person gets access to all of these websites. So I can segregate the websites that they have access to, but they don't actually see the username and password. They've got their one username and password, and as long as they're logged in with that, it will auto log them in. And if that team member was to ever leave for some reason, I could just change that one username and password. Now I don't have to change my own Facebook. I don't have to change everything because that one person took off or something.
That's smart.
So for that, that's really valuable to me, and that's the main reason I use it. It has nothing to do with like auto logging in. It has everything to do with me working with virtual assistants all